Ooh, they buffed Toki. When did that happen? I'm gonna go Phelan, because I feel like at the moment the meta is very good to level up quickly as long as you sort of don't get burned too much by tempo, which is what I'm probably going to try and do with this game. Also, hello. So I decided to do another Hearthstone video because the last one actually did really, really well. And when I say really, really well, I mean it got like 20 views, which to me is really, really well. Um, so if people want to see more Battlegrounds, I'm happy to play Battlegrounds. Okay, cool. I feel bad just going Undead, but you know we kind of got to do it. I know they just nerfed a bunch of the Undead cards, but I still think Eternal Night is really, really good. Cool. Tier 4, tier 4. Hydra, I guess. Cool. Wicked. Now we wait.
Oh, and don't forget to add salt. One battle done. Now
Cool. These are going to be some very high octane, high action first few turns, guys. So basically, what I'm thinking here is we're probably just going to force Undead because you know. Why not? It's the new tribe. I know they just nerfed like 4 or 5 of the cards, but I still think it's really, really good. Compared to when some of the other tribes came out, I think when Pirates, Dragons, maybe Quillbore came out, it was actually really, really difficult to force them for some reason. It felt really bad. But I can remember when Naga and Elementals came out, it was really easy to just be like, well, I'm just going to force Naga and Elementals, and you'd probably do alright. And I feel like that's kind of the same with Undead at the moment. I feel like there's enough Undead cards that it's sort of easy enough to, like, copper a build together as long as you get some of these 2-drops. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Nope. This isn't terrible. This could be worth freezing for, but I don't know. I kind of don't. It's weird because I don't want too good of a board because I don't want these to not die. So the plan is basically we're just going to get these guys to die a bunch, try and power level up to 6, so that we can get this going. The 5-drop minion that has Avenge, gain +1/+1 every time something dies is undeniably, in my opinion, the best minion at the moment. I know they just nerfed the 6 that gave the Reborn +2/+3 it was, and now it's like +1/+2 or something. That minion's cracked. I think that minion's still cracked, but I think in the grand scheme of things, the Avenge one's actually a bit of a sleeper at the moment. I mean, I know it's a 5, but I haven't seen it that much. But yeah. God, it's different to, I know I haven't been making videos very long, but I've got to say this, the experience for me of trying to commentate this Battlegrounds game is a lot more different than the Marvel Snap ones. I feel like Marvel Snap is very fast-paced and easy, whereas this it's a bit of time to fill, you know, and I just don't know what to say.
Well, how did it go?
Uh, don't love any of these. I might just grab the pair of mugs and then once here too. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab the pair of mugs. We may as well. Not a terrible board. Not a terrible board. Now, the plan in my head here is we want to try and power level a bit here. I think what would be great would be if we managed to hit the triple mug, because then we could tier up this turn, buy the mug, and then just tier up straight away again, get the nice buff on the Cave Hydra and on the Internal Knights, and get a 5-drop, which would be dope. I'd obviously be really happy if I just hit triple Eternal Knight. But again, I might, if I manage to get a triple on the flop, I might just freeze for a turn and buy one of the other minions and then sell. No, I'm not selling the Eternal Knights, but if I got the triple Eternal Knight, I'd probably be tempted to sell the mugs, level, and then level again immediately to get a 5 and the Cave Hydra. I would like to hit the jewel mugs though. I actually would. I like the menagerie mugs. I remember when these in the jug came out, and I actually really liked the idea of menagerie. It's always nice to do a sneaky little light fang build. Okay. We're doing all right. We're on 40 health, like, and a lot of the times I found with this season, in the very limited games I played, that you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take the cat just for this, so that next turn when we're on 8, we can sell the cat. We'll get the Hydra, and we can also sell both of the cats to get another minion. If we get bad minions on the roll, if we get good minions here when we get the board refresh, we'll probably stay on 4 for 3 for one turn. But like I said before, we're trying to really get to 6 as fast as we can. We're playing Ambassador Failfin, so we have like or Phelan. I'm butchering the names here. So we've got like a good bit of tempo swing on turn 6. Yeah. Oh dear. I love Battlegrounds, but I feel like something they could do would be putting in a ready up button, and I've seen this obviously said quite a few times. I understand why they don't want to, but I also think it would just be really good. Like, the amount of times, especially in the early game, that people probably would just use it is crazy. Like, and I think that's really an oversight on their part. Because like the start of this video, if you've watched it all the way through, I'm not going to edit this down. Like, there's been a good little break. Okay, we're going for it. We're going to do this so that we can hopefully maybe rinse and repeat next turn. But yeah, we're looking pretty strong. Feeling pretty good. We're in 4th. 4th at full health on like turn, what is this? Turn 6. Which is mad. Look how little damage everyone's taken. This Professor Putrecide, I think Professor Putrecide is really good. I think it's just about using your hero power at the right time. I don't know. Oh dear. I was a big fan of the Voyage to the Sunken City expansion. I actually really enjoyed it. I thought Colossal Minions were a good addition. I think Battlegrounds was in a pretty good state at that point as well. I kind of miss Buddies. Do you guys remember Buddies? I mean, Buddies were really cool, but I think that Buddies was sort of like the height of imbalance. So if you weren't here for Buddies, what it basically meant was that every character had like a special minion that only they could get. And there was a little meter next to your hero that would fill up as you did damage in combat, 1 rounds, etc. Oh, we can lose this one. That's not too bad, like 6 damage, 7. And then you get your like unique buddy, and it normally either synergizes with your hero power or sort of like your hero's general sort of gimmick.
One battle done. Now get on your apron and cook up a strategy.
That's not terrible. Do we just...
Time for a kitchen
I don't love this as I really wanted to see the see it work out, but I guess needs must. I'm just thinking, do I steal the pirate for the rat pack? Oh wow. Next turn we're going to 6, right, to get this out, so we've got enough health. Unless we lose horribly to this Lich here, I think we've got enough health. But yeah, buddies are really cool. Super balanced though. The fact that some of them, because they were varying power levels, and I don't think Blizzard necessarily knew how to balance them perfectly. You kind of had like some would come out on like sort of turn 3 or 4 if you were lucky, and then others would be a lot later. And then obviously you got a second burst where you got another 2, so you could make it golden. But with some of them, you would have sold them, etc. And like some of them were just so overtuned, and I know they adjusted it. I didn't think it was too bad, but I think there were definitely certain like tribe roles plus certain buddies, and you were just like, okay, cool. This is so much better. But on the whole, I thought it was really fun and unique, and I think anything that builds upon one of the best things about Battlegrounds, in my opinion, that sort of has only got better as time's gone on, is the uniqueness of playing different heroes. Obviously, it can feel really bad if you get into a lobby and you get offered 4 dud heroes, or if you haven't got the premium pass, like two dud heroes, and you have to play, something you really don't want to play. That sucks. But I think on the whole, the variation is really, really nice. I mean, having played since Battlegrounds first became available to the public, I thought it's only got better, because I can remember when I first started, it was like it was good. Like, I really, really, really enjoy Battlegrounds. Like, I can't emphasize that enough. This is going to be a nasty loss. Please kill Bird, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, I love Battlegrounds, but I think that when it was a smaller hero pool at the start, it was a bit didn't feel as good, because obviously, you wanted to play the good heroes. There wasn't that many good heroes. We just got to do it. We just got to commit.
You got it, Chef. Only
Yeah, one refresh.
Woo!
Now we're cooking with Gash, chat. You see, this is why we do the things we do. We're gonna do that for value. It's also a taunt, which means this Ghoul of the Feast will get a buff on the Hydra as well, which seems good. I don't know if we want to move the Hydra back. So, like, what are we playing against? Mixed minions, and he's tier 5. He's not going to be that strong. He's probably doing something similar to me. As I said before, he's Professor. We might be, well, we can't kill him. Yeah, it definitely has felt better as time goes on, though, because now when you get offered heroes, like, I think, obviously it's personal preference. Like, some people would have seen the heroes I had at the start of this game. I think it was like, I can't remember what it was. It was Ambassador Phelan, and like, I can't remember what they were. But I remember looking at them and being like, oh, well, this is a bit naff. But I think that's over time that's felt less that way. I think like back when Ragnaros came out, for example, Rag just felt so strong. I mean, they nerfed him like twice. But like, and it felt so bad to roll like someone else, or like when Pirates first came out and getting like patches, and it was just like, you saw patches in the lobby and you were playing like the old version of Dancing Daryl or something, and you were just like, how am I supposed to compete with this? They've got this overtuned tribe, and now it feels a lot better. Like when they've brought out the most recent heroes they brought out, like Enhanced Omicano, but even Professor Putricide, in my opinion, doesn't feel too bad. Like playing against him feels okay, because I think his hero power is more sort of niche. And I think that's the way they kind of need to be going with the designs of these hero powers. Like, they sort of made all the, like, I don't want to say boring, but they've made all the, like, basic, sort of, easy hero powers. You've got all the normal stuff like, oh, this buffs this or this buffs that. Now it's time to do more wacky stuff like this. I think it's tricky, though, because when I first saw this, I thought it was going to be too strong. But I don't actually think it's too strong. I think it's actually quite balanced. I think if it was like 3 or 2 mana... Oh my goodness gracious me. Okay, well, we're doing it, guys. We're doing it, guys.
Well, we all start somewhere. For me, it was peaches.
I'm just really not fussed about this Hydra anymore. I've got to be honest, guys.
Just stir it 3 times.
As much as this isn't very good, it's like, it's alright. Mantic Queen's good, but the only problem with yeah, it's only Undead, isn't it? Oh, I don't like any of these. Walking Fort is especially bad. I kind of want to go Uthar, I think. I think I might just... Yeah, I think I might just Uthar. I think I'm just going to Uthar my... If we do it on her, then when she comes back, she's still got 15 attack. So that seems pretty good. And that can be the order. Cool. I want this to be the order so that obviously she gets the buff. Let's do this. Just play around like... I know it's pirates, but let's play around something weird. So So this gets the buff. So this will get the buff, and then this will give buffs to these because of the Sister Death Whisper. There you go. Definitely knew her name. Darkmoon Fair tickets. I thought they were pretty cool. I actually really liked Darkmoon Fair. I didn't think Darkmoon Fair was too bad. I think the pacing was interesting. Every 4 turns to get a reward. It definitely encouraged like a bit more longevity to the strategy. I really like Ticketus as a hero. I think the same thing can be said for quests though. Like I think quests are really good, but it feels so good getting Ticketus. Well, it felt so good getting Ticketus during Darkmoon Fair tickets, and getting Side and Athris during the quest period because it just felt good getting 2. And I know at some point they're going to bring quests back, because of course they are, just like well, I hope they do, just like I hope they're going to bring back buddies at some point. And when they do, like, it would be good for them to do buddies again. It would. I would love to see something else like buddies again. Wicked. Wicked. Demons, eh? I think we beat demons. This isn't bad, but I don't think it's worth 3 gold. That's good. Don't really like that. It's a bit late for you. Jelly Belly's not terrible. I mean, it's probably better than that. Ooh, Colossus of the Sun. I was gonna say moon. I could play another Eternal Night, but I actually feel better. I feel like I want to get this Jelly Belly scaling. And this guy is playing Beasts. Could have Cleave. Could have Cleave. Should we play around Cleave? We'll play around Cleave. We're not fussed about. We got enough power in the front. It doesn't matter if the Eternal Night attacks like last or something. This is looking alright. This is looking alright. Of course, this is the Sun. Not my favourite part of the Undead tribe. I feel like, obviously, a Divine Shield Reborn is really, really good. But I find that a lot of the builds I've done with Undead since they've came out do sort of come down. I really seem to, like, gravitate towards playing these sort of Eternal Knights. And obviously, if you're looking to, like, buff stuff with Sister Death Whisper, this tends to survive. Which, again, is not... It's not terrible. I mean, if you think about it, on its base on its own, it's 24 damage because it's 6 plus 6, then it gets the Reborn, which is another 12. Plus, it can obviously get buff from other stuff. I think just using it as a buffing tool, it's not as good as some of the others because, unfortunately, if you put it first, it'll pop the shields, and then it probably won't get attacked again until you potentially go around a second time, unless you're lucky. By which time your Sister Death Whisper is probably dead. Okay, let's see what he's got. Oh, beast. Okay, this is fine. Feels bad, man. I mean, not for me, it feels great, but like, it does feel a bit bad just killing people with Undead at the moment. Beautiful. I'm feeling pretty confident. This demon guy could be a problem. I don't think we've actually played the Vandar yet. I guess we'll go 2. Don't really like you. Or there. Nope. This is a good minion. We want that.
Hard to find something
I think we
stronger
want
than
this. Do you want to roll a bunch? Yeah, let's just... Actually, we'll roll once. See what we get first. Not satisfied.
Which one's right for you?
Cool. Nice. Yeah, sorry I'm not saying much at the moment, but I don't actually feel like I have a lot to a lot to say. Like, it's just kind of going, well, pirates might mash us. The problem with pirates is that they obviously have loads of like buffing cards that buff an attack, and where where a lot of this is like this reborn synergy and stuff. This is kind of the problem with Colossus of the Sun. I find that pirates tend to outpace us a bit. It could be worth putting the Eternal Knight first just to kill something. But at the same time, I just really, really want to get as many of these buffs from Lady Death Whisper as I can. He just lost to the Vandar, so I'm kind of thinking he should be okay. It's a Daryl at the end of the day, you know. How bad can it be, you know? Unless it's like Miracle Hogger build, I think we'll be okay.
The reviews are in. You're the best cook around.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's just not going to cut it. I think, in my opinion, I think they still need to sort of do something to sort of rebalance the game, because I do feel like personally the Undead are a bit too strong. I just feel like a lot of the time, I don't think that it's the individual minions are too strong, but it seems to me too consistent to sort of roll and end up being able to put a build together. Which I don't want it to end up being like Dragons, where like Dragons felt the same, and I think Dragons have gone through through like points where like Dragons have been really, really good. So when Dragons first came out, and also when Whelp Handler was good, and there was when the 1/4 used to double its attack rather than gain +1 attack every time you tee it up. And I think that Whelp Handler, when it used to give +2 health, like Dragons went for a really good spot. It was really consistent. You could almost always get a Whelp Handler. I can remember playing and being like, right, I'm just going to go Dragons. I've got a Whelp Handler, and it was pretty consistent. And I feel like that's the problem with Undead at the moment. I feel like there's too many good options, and it's too easy to sort of find 2 or 3 cards that synergize. Kind of like Beasts, like when McCaw used to be able to trigger off itself, and like Leapfrog was just so much more consistent, so much better to use. Whereas now, obviously, like Beasts feel a lot more tame, pun intended. So I just think with Undead, they just need to try and make it not like desynergistic, but obviously they nerf like 5 cards. But this is like the first game post patch. I think if you watch my other video on Hearthstone, one before this without commentary, that was pre-patch, and that was, to be honest, I wish I was doing commentary. That was the easiest game of my life. But like, this just felt too easy to assemble. I feel like I haven't really made many like critical decisions here. Feel free to leave a comment, let me know what you guys think. I'd love to know what people think. Yeah, this just feels a bit too free. I mean, I know it's an auto battler, but I feel like I'm not even autoing, just battling. Saying this though, we might just now lose to Beast, which would be nice, you know. Obviously not for me, but you know, like it does feel a bit scammy at the moment using some of these comps. So okay, Cleave's just gonna run the train on me. I'm probably not dead though. It's gonna depend on what comes out of this gas coiler. Okay, he's really excited that he won that one. I was worried about the demon guy. I didn't even really think about him. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm talking out my butt. I guess. I mean, we scale really well with this build, but again, these Colossus of the Sun, I just think they're too slow. I think they're too slow to scale. It's just not super helpful. This is tricky. I kind of want to get these other Eternal Knights in play as well. Okay, so we want to beat the Vandal. We don't want to knock him out so that he plays the Lich King. We get to play the dead guy. I think we win. I think we outscale the Beast guy because, like, eventually his scaling's going to stop. It might just be a case of moving around the order a bit next time, putting these Colossus of the Sun separately so we don't get wrecked by Cleave. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to change anything. I kind of, as much as I want to, I kind of. We could be getting a lot of buffs off these Eternal Knights, but then I think spreading it out with the Reborn's better. I can't actually remember how big his cleave was, so I can't remember how much we need to get away from that.
I don't know what your secret ingredient is, but it's working.
Okay, this guy's got some spice as well. I don't think this guy's as strong. I might be wrong about this, but I don't think this guy's looking anywhere near as strong as the Beast guy. We also want a decent amount of our stuff to die here so that we get the buffs from the Eternal Knights. Oh, I might lose this, I don't know. I think we win. I'm in a bit of a moment. I don't want him to die though, that's the main thing. I mean, I don't want to die, which seems like might be likely as well. No, I don't think we can die here anymore. And he can't die either. This is good. This is like the result we wanted. It would be nice. Yeah, cool. Okay. That went almost about as well as it could. It would have been nice to get one more Eternal Knight die from this Eternal Summoner. But that's cool. Okay, so now we have a really good turn here.
If you ask me, that was well done.
It's funny, as I said, like, oh, it's just too consistent, and now it's like we're rolling literally nothing. Fellstomper is not terrible. They could just nerf it though, man. What would I swap the Fellstomper for this? I don't love it, man. It's too slow for this game. Oh, Eternal Summoner, that's good. Is it good enough though? I feel like we really want the triple on the Soul Splitter, which is a 5. I mean, we really want triples in general. Fuck it. We're rolling. Okay. I think it's still winnable. I feel pretty good. I think next time we're going to have to sell that Scarlet Skull, though. That in my mind is decided. Even if we just swap it for a Soul Splitter, it's like just going to work out better for us. But I am really holding out hope that we hit a triple, to be honest.
I don't know what your secret ingredient is, but it's working.
It's like you want to be happy for the Lich King winning using like beasts in an unconventional build, but when they're just constantly emoting, it's like, cool man. Okay, we got this. We got this. We just need the right minion. That would have been cool a while ago. Come on game, give me a triple. That'll do. Not the triple I wanted, but that'll do.
Which one's right for you?
That's... Oh, I could have done with that ages ago. I guess now the question is, would I rather have an extra Eternal Knight or give one of these guys Reborn? Probably the Eternal Knight at this point. Oh, no, we need Sister Death Whisper. Sister Death Whisper is just too good. I think we just want to spread it out a bit so we're a bit more protected around Cleave. Okay, that may seem a bit bizarre, but in my head, this is like, well, I don't know. I really want the power to get off at the front though. Having these two next to each other, if we get cleaved here, we're done. Okay, and we'll just have to roll with it. I don't know. I think it's possible. You know, it is what it is. Come on, emote. You know you want to emote, Lich King. You can't resist. No emote. Oh, no emote. Big sad.
I thought the kitchen was on fire, but it was just you.
Okay, cool. I think it's winnable. I don't know if it is though. That cleave is so big. You know what as well? There was the option for the Wind Fury Silence Reborn thing, and maybe that was the right play because that cleave is just monstrous. I just don't think I can beat the cleave. Sorry. Fair play to him. Ah, it's just so meaty. But I still think the I still think the Undead are really, really overtuned though, because I just feel like that for him is like a high roll. Like obviously it worked out really well, but I feel like you know with Undead like there's just too much consistency. But hey, that's just my opinion anyway. Feel free to leave a comment down below saying I'm talking out my ass or with any fun creative feedback. If you want to see more Hearthstone in the video future, please like and comment, as at the moment I'm debating whether people would rather see Marvel Snap or Battlegrounds. As always, it's been a pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.